What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Diesel Dog video. You know, I've been thinking lately, this channel needs some excitement. You know, I've been doing videos as much as I can, and quite frankly, if there's nothing really going on or if I don't have any, content, I really don't want to force anything out there on you guys. And all you guys that have been watching, pretty much every video, I really appreciate that. Even though some of them I know can get kind of boring, some of the stuff I'm doing. I'm still going to keep making videos here. I enjoy it. I like it, but I think it's time for a new project on this channel. Now, some of you guys have been around for a while. Remember the 454 SS is kind of what I started out doing on this YouTube channel, was making videos on there. I ended up having to sell it, and ever since then, it's been on the white truck or the diesel content a lot of you guys are here for. But I'm just itching for another project, and the other... a couple, 2-3 months ago, I was cleaning out the garage. I was going through a bunch of stuff, and I found a bunch of stuff from the 65 C10 I used to have, from the small block Chevy that was in there. I ended up tearing it down because it was pretty much junk. And then the parts sat around. The block was in the bed of the truck. It got all rusty. And then ended up selling the truck. I sold it and then obtained the 454 SS, but anywho, cleaning up the garage, I found a bunch of stuff left over that I actually kept and didn't even remember. So I boxed it all up, and just piecing together some other stuff I got laying around here, I realized, I'm not far from a small block Chevy project on this channel. Really just need a block, some cheap go-go parts, and we could build up a small block on right here in the garage on the channel. So I got a little pile of stuff here that's getting me started here. Let's take a look. As you can see, I kind of got everything piled in an engine formation here. Valve covers. These Edelbrock valve covers, kind of chintzy, but they came off the 65. Kind of cool that I still have those. Actually, one of them was hanging up on the wall there, but I took it down because it's still good. I can reuse it on a small block project if I were to get one. So we got the valve covers. We got this sweet intake here. This is like a Cadillac style, I believe. My dad was going to use it on his Model A and ended up not using it, and I've got it. You can see it's pretty dusty. It needs cleaned off. It's just been sitting out in the garage here. But we got it, and I got a base for it somewhere, I think out in the shed. Ooh. So, yeah, we got a sweet cleaner to use on top of a small block. I mean, there you go. On top. And then under there, we've got a carburetor. Edelbrock carb. Should be a 650. I've not looked at this thing in a long time. Hopefully no spiders jump out at me. She's dirty. I don't remember if this was off the C10 as well. And it needs a full rebuild. I mean, it was having some issues, and then I ended up taking it off and using another carburetor that my dad had taken off his when he put a new one on. So then I just stuck the old one off the C10 in here and kept just, still a rebuildable carburetor. So we do have a carburetor. Don't have an intake. I ended up selling the Edelbrock intake off the C10. And then here's where we really get into the meat and the potatoes of what we got going on here. So this is all kind of piled in here because I packed it all up. But these are the wires that were on the C10, I think. Yeah, CarQuest. These are the ones I had gotten for the C10 when I was trying to get it running right. And we've got 40 over pistons, or were they 30 over? Let me take a... Oh, they're 40 over. So you can see the 040. We got 40 over pistons. I got a distributor here. There's some other random stuff. There's some rockers. I don't know if I'd use those or not. A cap. We got an oil pump. We got push rods. It's kind of all thrown in there. All this stuff. There's your... What's that for the distributor, I think, going... And your distributor goes on top of that. So we're like halfway there. I mean, we basically got the startings of a small block project. Could use these pistons get some new rings, re-ring them, get a block, bore the block 40 over. We can try sticking these in there and just kind of piece together a cheap small block project. So basically what I could do is just build up the engine on the stand, the brand new engine stand, and hoist that. My dad so graciously hooked me up with one of the best Christmas presents I've ever gotten. To just sit here and give my dad a YouTube shout out, I think would be a great injustice. So if you'll humor me for a minute, I'll tell you a little bit about my dad. I got into cars and street riding because of my dad and his cousins. All into street riding, grew up around street riding, even though I'm not like super into the street rides because really I can't afford one. I wouldn't be into cars, or, you know, quite frankly, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without my dad, without my parents, both. But, you know, my dad and I, we kind of share a little bit of a bond with this stuff. And, you know, nobody's relationship with their dad is perfect because nobody themselves is perfect. I'm not a perfect son. And, you know, when I was younger, I was not easy to deal with, and we went round and round for a while, but he's still one of my biggest supporters, both parents. Everything I do with the channel, actually, they hooked me up with this sweet sign a while back. You've probably seen that on the channel. They gave me that. They got that made for me. And this Christmas, my dad got me the engine hoist and the engine stand, because I've been talking about getting a new project here and there, and I think he's trying to, you know, tell me something like, hey son, you better get on the ball here. Here you go. Here's get it started. But yeah, so thank you, Dad, for getting me this stuff for Christmas. And you know, this is stuff I'll keep forever right here, and probably pass it on down to my kids, you know, when the time comes, and stuff that will definitely stay in the family. So yeah, pretty touched when I came down into the garage and saw that stuff. So thank you, Dad. So that's what we got. We got a hoist, we got an engine stand now, and we got some random parts here that we could build a small block. And I'm just thinking about it, I'm kind of getting excited. Just something we can do here and there. Like I said, get the block on the stand. Doesn't have to be like happen real fast. It can just happen a little bit at a time. Some marketplace stuff, find here and there, some cheap budget. I know I say balling on a budget a lot, but this will be like budgeting on a budget. You know, it'd just be something fun to do. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you'd like to see a small block build, you know, I could build it and sell it, or keep it and try to find a cheap project, put it in another OBS pickup or something, make like a, you know, or I don't know, put it in an S10. Like I've always wanted to do a V8 S10 swap from back in the day. That's like an old school, something real gritty, something real rat rodish, you know, just because we're doing all this with used parts starting out. So just the thought, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try to find something. Got a couple leads. Another lead thanks to my dad on a small block potentially. And get something going here. So let me know in the comments what kind of vehicle you think I should drop a small block in. What are you guys into? Should I do the S10? Should I, you know, find a body? If we got the engine, I can just find a body of an S10 for like $200 or something, try to put it in, and I could do all the work on it. You know, if it needs anything else, suspension wise or brakes or anything like that, it'd be easy on S10s are out there. There's a million of them made, so parts are readily available and you can get them for cheap, and I think it'd be a fun little deal. Or a Blazer or something with a back seat maybe for the, you know, could put the kids in there. Ever since getting that air cleaner though, I've been wanting to use it, so we'll have to do something. So there you have it. That's my plan, small block Chevy build. Get something going here. Stay tuned. We'll see what we come up with here, probably hopefully soon, shortly, within the next couple months. Maybe get something on an engine stand, start tearing it down, start making some videos, then we can get a transmission, rebuild another transmission in here, and get the powertrain ready to just drop in something that I find on a marketplace for real cheap. Like, emphasis on cheap, like cheap. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.